Hi, this is LT Survival. Well, welcome back to the channel. New video. It's been a while. I've been quite busy, so life take time, so it's why I haven't done a video. So it's a quick knife review for my cadets, an equipment review. So I decided to buy budget knife, like really budget knife, dollar store knife, to see if there's any one of them worth their price. So I spotted two out of the bunch that might be useful. The other ones, not so much. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. Out of the bunch, as you saw in the intro, there's a camping tool, which is basically a fork, knife and spoon, which I'm going to review at the end. You've got in the do-it-yourself department a pro knife, which is Duramax, which is this one, which is not a bad knife. I'm just going to go through all of them. In the camp series, there is 4 of them. This one, which looks cool, it's a small folder. This one has a spear point type, spear shaped blade. There's this one that has a funny shape with a keychain ring, okay, which is marked camp. And the last one, I think, is this one. No, it's not this one, it's this one. Okay, that comes from the campsite. So basically outdoorsy knife. Okay, so, and there's the last one that was also into the do-it-yourself, more of a classic look friction folder, okay, with a chisel grind. I'm going to start with this one. So just to give you a close-up, as you can see, it's a stainless steel. You see that there's only one side that has a grind. It's sharp from the out of the box. I've not touched these knives, okay. Their objective, okay, for our cadets, one of the main tasks at the end is to repack everything. So cordage is one of the things that we need to cut a lot. So small cordage, bigger cordage, okay. Here for the purposes, I'm going to just use cotton cordage. You could cut 550s with that, and it's not a problem, okay. These knives cost $4 each, all of them. Yes, and the spoon and fork. So for $4, okay, this particular one is really strong, no blade play, okay. It has plastic scale and a titanium coating. I believe that these would be ideal for cadets. They're small, they're within the 4-inch or 6-inch blade, okay, or the hand if you're still in that measurement. Mine is pretty big, so I can almost put every folder on that category. And it makes for a lightweight, not too expensive first knife for cadets. Wood wiggling, I'm not sure if we can do much. What do I have here? Oh yeah, let's see. I'm not sure what we can do with these. They're sharp enough, and this is a chisel grind, so you have to. So if not bad at all, and it's cross grain, okay, on this block, so it's a piece of lumber, so it's not bad. If I go with the grain, okay, would be great for a potato peeler, okay, but with the chisel grain, it's kind of awkward going with the chisel underneath, so it is more suited on it would be a good lefty's blade, because you would use the chisel on the right side. So okay, so it works, it does work. Okay, not something complicated. So that's the first knife, the gloss titanium. That is one of the two I recommend. Okay, then we have the camp side. They're all sharp. Okay, the blades is pretty sharp. Okay, they will cut cord. Okay, but they're okay, but there's not much life in there. The lockup is good. Okay, this one is a frame lock. I'm not sure if you can see. Focus. Okay, the frame is already 3/4 of the way through the blade. So, and I think they're all like that. This one is even a little further. Okay, this one is okay. Okay, so it'll lock up, but there'll be not much life on it. This one is pretty good. Okay, because the blade stock is pretty high. Okay, so, and they all cut. I mean, their purpose. And this one is really small. Okay, they all cut. They could cut better if I was to sharpen them. This one has some serration. It's not bad. Okay, is a American style tanto. Not very much, not a lot of edge available for woodworking, or and the serration are pretty bad. So okay, even for cordage. So this one is not at all recommended. Okay, I'm gonna put it aside. This one can be okay if you want to just cut cordage, not much. What can I do? It does cut wood. Okay, it's got a pretty good. So half and half. This one is not bad. The even though it's small, it's not a bad handle. Okay, and you've got a bottle opener and a kind of a screwdriver at the end, so it's not bad. Okay, this one will be the same problem with the serration. The blade itself seems to be cutting. So can we cut cord? If I hold the cord correctly, yes, this is cutting, but the serration again. No, the serration is pretty useless. So this one also, the camo one, not recommended either because of the serration. This one is a plain edge. Cuts pretty good, but again, okay, the beside cutting cordage, not much use of this one. Okay, it's not an integral review. I mean, I'm going to test them like this as I'm going. So the edge is pretty good, but not perfect. Okay, so it's not bad. The second one I want to recommend beside this one, which would be the third one, okay, is this one, and I'll explain why. As I was saying, this is the second one I'm recommending, even though it has the dreaded serration. Okay, kind of a recurve for the location, but the edge itself is easy to sharpen. Okay, it's a better frame. The lockup is a little too much. Okay, so the life of these blades is not going to be long because of the lockups, but you've got plenty of force to be able to whittle some wood. Cutting cord, this is not much going to be a problem beside serration. Okay, because these serration are pretty grippy, and to cut with them, you've got to move the serration across the cord, so not really good. Okay, they cut, but it's difficult. However, serration of that type would permit you to do some tinders. So that's one good thing of this variation. This one is a better blade, okay, a drop point with a thin blade that's been thinned out of the stock, and the blade is the point is centered. Good grip, good size. So this one is the second one I recommend, okay, beside the cloth, okay, and the third one, the small camp one with a blade that has a how do they call it, loose foot type blade. So that's the one I'm recommending. Why did I buy this knife fork set? I want to know if my cadets could have utensil, and this one has one thing in particular: it can split. And why is this one not going further? Okay. The spoon doesn't open further than that, but you got the knife. Okay, so you do have the knife opposite to the fork, so you can cut your food. Okay, I'm not expecting much of the knife because it's not the highest quality. It's a stainless from China, so mystery steel. Some 440 or 8CR or even 3CR13, okay, which are in the stainless steel. It cuts, but it's not much. It would need to be resharpened, okay, but it gives you a couple of things and all here: the knife, the spoon, the fork, wine bottle opener, and a can opener, and a cap remover. Okay, the funny way you reassemble these, see these holes, okay, you've got pins on each side and holes on the other side. So the way to do it, you keep the spoon and the fork open, you reassemble both of them, they go straight into the frame, and your locking pins is the fork and the spoon. So when you lock them together, they stay together, so you can use the blade of your knife without losing the other part. Okay, it's thick in hand and it's not the best, but it can be worked with. If you want a spoon and fork and knife, a KFS we called it in the military, it would work. Not the highest quality, but for us, for our cadets, we're basically eating, that would be awkward in our rations, but in our rations, because we can't extend the blade. I'm not sure why they decided to go that route. Okay, that's the way it is. So in conclusion, well, dollar store knife or dollar store knife, you don't expect much of it. The best investment you can do is probably this one, utility knife, and it does what it does. Very simple, very easy, not expensive, $4 in our store here in Canada. So these would be the best investment you can make. They're cheap, they're not highest quality, but they will do the job. Mainly our main purpose is cutting cord, and having cadets with knife keeps one of them from not just cutting cords for the other. So that way every cadet can work and make his camp, for example, with cordage, and have his own knife to cut the cord. So it's always important to have a knife in the field, however small or big you got it. So when we do fire starter, well, the knife is essential. This is a basic one. I wouldn't hesitate to use the edge to scrape my ferro rod if I have to, even though I'm probably gonna scrap the gonna break the knife or dull the blade, but that's a way you can do it. So not much of a review, but an overview of the knife, why I decided to buy all of them. I'm gonna play with those and update this video eventually, and maybe there will be more models if eventually we buy more out of the of those stores. So it's not the highest quality, but when your budget is low, they will do the job. As I said, I have preferred one, but don't expect too much from those knives. I mean, the lives you're gonna pull out of those is not as long as if you were buying quality knife. So, but for our cadets, that's an alternative. And if you want to put one in your kits, survival kits, well, at least you have a knife. Even this one, okay? At least you put a small knife in your kits. I would even go for that one, but it's thicker, so this one is probably the best overall option. So not much to say more than that. I mean, that makes for a small video. Also, hopefully well, 7 minutes, that's pretty good. So I have recorded 7 minutes on those knives, so it's not bad. That's the second part. So hopefully you find it useful for our cadets. That's a knife that you can buy to get to the cadets. Most cadet instructor won't refuse this knife. Locking blades is better, okay, because the knife won't fold on you. The friction of this one is not bad. Seems to be blocking at the halfway point when you want to close it, so it's a two-hand opening, and the halfway point is a break, so it's not bad. But it makes for beginner's knife, and it's quite sharp. So they come quite sharp, but don't expect them to last very long. They're not quality blades. On that's all I have to say. So hopefully it's been useful. Hopefully you're gonna watch the other video. I'm gonna strive to make more of those and get into the beat of doing more video once a week, at least Sunday at 7 p.m., which I'm gonna release the video, one in French one week, one in English the other week, or vice versa. And we'll see you then in the next video. So if you like this video, give the thumbs up, share and subscribe, share it with your cadets. That's always good for them to have information. At least they have basic information on those knives. They will know what to expect. And if your cadets show up, you will know what to expect. If they show up with this one, good. If they show up with a bigger one, that's good also. If they show up with the other one, well, not so good for the serrated, but at least they're sharp. So we'll see you in the next video.